Hello, I'm Simon Cox. I was here at Bradfield from 1996 to 2001 up in G House up on the hill. I'm now a colonel in the Royal Marines and I have the privilege to work with the man who is running the Navy. Interestingly, when I reflect on time at Bradfield, and I don't remember it being quite so explicit, the values from Bradfield at the time, although I'm sure they exist, but how they translated into the time in the Royal Marines. And as you join the Royal Marines, you learn the values of the organisation of courage, determination, unselfishness and cheerfulness in the face of adversity. But then as you go through your career, you begin to actually not just parrot the words, but understand what they actually mean. So you might think courage in battle is one element, but standing there in the church or sitting there this morning watching some of the individuals stand up and said something, it takes courage to do that. And there are plenty of opportunities, and I remember some of them from Bradfield to do that. And if anything, that then allows me to stand there as I did today, still out of my comfort zone, but hopefully with a little bit more conviction to do so. I've had a single employer throughout my entire career, which nowadays is unusual. But in that, I've been lucky enough to do a huge number of different things, be that 15 months of training right back at the start of it. I've been out on operations, I've led people in Afghanistan. I was very lucky to then go on and fly, and I see the picture of, I believe, Simon Rawlins up on the wall and in the dining room to see that he's another naval aviator. I was very lucky to go down that route and fly both jets and helicopters, and then jump back into working overseas in Portugal with NATO. And now the role that I do, some of the conversations I'm a fly on the wall for to see what is happening and how things are done. It's absolutely fascinating. It's also quite nice to come back to Bradfield on days like today, because not to say it puts it in perspective, but it's quite nice to see that 24 years on, some things have changed, many things haven't changed. And actually, if I look back, seeing some of the young cadets out there marching today, that was me 24 years ago, and who knows if some of them follow in the footsteps or whatever they go on to do. But it's nice to come back here for a bit of baselining.